Week 35 traders, I'd like to dedicate this video to a friend of mine, Tom Costello. If we could just take a moment here to remember a great man who has always treated me as a friend. I've already been through my stage of getting caught up and catching the bug in the market, and it's important that we remember the life around us and what's really important, and that's our family and friends. And it's one of the main reasons I'm doing this. I want to help, and God forbid that this goes wrong. I am confident enough to say it's not going to. I finally starting to believe in myself, and it's just important that we remember the most important things in our life. And with that concluded, it's hard. All right, regain my composure. I want to tackle a subject that I brought up to you guys last week. I just want to let you know everything's okay. The war that was happening at my crib is now over. Crazy Trader Joe 1, Groundhog 0. Let's take a look at AG's monthly chart. There's only one thing that I want to point out here. Hopefully you guys have remembered in the past that when we looked at the monthly charts, I kept repeating that the price isn't changing, but the stochastics keep falling towards the oversold area. And as we're making our way through August, I see the body starting to go back up with the last candlestick right there, and the stochastics are in the oversold area. They are underneath 20, and the previous 8 months before it have just been going sideways. August is not over yet. We've still got a little bit more time. We might see the big push up, which is what I'm expecting in the daily chart. I'll show you what I am expecting in the daily chart, and this may make the Christmas party a little rough, Dad. I'm not telling the future, but I am going to start moving towards what I'm expecting to see. I want to start showing a little bit more confidence. I want to show how everyone else's psychology of looking at a stock that's been falling is not bad if you look at it in the correct manner. What I see is a bullish pattern, and this is what I want to show you. Let's now take a look at the daily chart on AG. It is important to make sure that we keep looking at the big picture, but more importantly, I want to start closing in. Let's take a look at the most recent months here. Here we see that downward wedge pattern. I still got the trend lines drawn in here. Let's take a look at the gap after the bad earnings report. What I'm expecting to see is that buyers are about to step in big, along with the silver futures and the falling dollar. I am looking for a breakout above that upper white trend line. What you should expect to see, and what I've noticed in the past, is that there's going to be a little resistance once we reach that gap. And part of the process is for the value to come back down and retest that upper white trend line like I'm showing here. This is part of the process. This is what I am expecting to see. And when you guys see this, you got your prices are over there towards the right hand side. It's going to change over time. But when you see this price movement, relax, smile. The last thing on your mind should be is selling. What you are about to witness is greatness. Out of the worst times come prosperity. And I'm confident this is it, guys. It's coming. Just keep the faith. Remember what's important. It's on the way. Here's a silver futures daily chart, and I see another bullish pattern. Look how for the past couple weeks that the value keeps bouncing up and down, back and forth through the 20 EMA and the 200 EMA, which is the blue and red moving averages. Every time the sellers get beneath the 20 EMA, the buyers are stepping back in. They're not letting this value drop. In this bullish pattern, a 20, 200 EMA squeeze What I have found and what I'm expecting is a pop up. I've been trying to keep things low tone. I don't want to give false illusions, but I honestly believe silver is about to run into a bull market. I believe we might possibly see all-time highs. If I know that's big. What I'm claiming is big, but I can't help it. The silver value is the same as it was in 1915 or 1917. Are you going to tell me that there's not room to move up in the value of silver? Bullshit. There's plenty of room. 100 years ago, we're at the same value. Look for yourself. Do your own research. I already got it. Next week or something, I'll post that chart. I see something huge coming here, guys. I believe it. I'm confident. It's coming. When you see this happen, strap in, baby. DO's daily chart. What I have witnessed here is what I believe to be a double bottom. We just surpassed the oversold level. The stochastics are starting to exit. A few months ago, we were at the same position. It's been a long, tedious ride. I understand that. The last oversold area is approximately $12.50, and between that $12 and $13 mark. That's not that far away. We're at $11.38 right now, and the stochastics are just starting to turn up out of that oversold area. There is tons of room to buy here. We've got the pivot point resistance right up above us. The 200 EMA is at 1441. It's going to give buyers a target. The 200 EMA is like a magnet to the value of whatever stock or index you're looking at. Buyers are going to be pretty confident to buy to that 200. Then they're going to probably take some profits, pull out, watch what happens. Hopefully we get on top of that 200 EMA. I'm expecting it. And then we're just going to be in a bull market with the monthly inverted head and shoulders in the oil futures. That pattern's bullish. It's all adding up, guys. You got to take all of this proof and add it together, and it's pointing in one direction that I can see. Only one. Skyward. Crude oil daily futures. Let's just take a look at the trend lines that I've had up there for months now. If you're going to tell me that this is a coincidence, that the price, the value just keeps going up and back down, is just a coincidence, I'm going to slap you. There's no way in the world that this is a coincidence. Somehow, some way, you get your formulas together and then you prove it to me, bring out your earnings. Ugh. This just is not an accident. This is happening all over the stock market. Every stock index is over and over again. Let's take a look at the last oversold area now and the most recent one. Let's draw a new trend line in there. Let's look how the value just keeps getting squeezed in here. This is not an accident. This is not a coincidence. We've been moving, well, it's moving sideways. I get it. It doesn't look that great. But what comes from the worst spots is prosperity and greatness. For only so long, the buyers are going to sit there and just let that price keep getting squeezed. Maybe it's after the Jackson Hole meeting, everything breaks loose. Maybe it's not next week, but the following week. Look at the stochastics here. They're starting to turn back up again. That as soon as that price gets squeezed enough within that newer trend line I just placed in there, boom, baby, skyward. It's going straight up. Dad, I knew it. Oh, Christmas is going to be tough. US dollar monthly chart. Here we have the end of the upward wedge pattern. Now we see the price coming down. Here is the 200 EMA. Look at that last candlestick right above that arrow. We have now lost the 50 EMA, so we lost support on that. We are below the 20-year horizontal yellow support line. That is substantial. That is huge. I have the green support line underneath us, and make no mistake, I'm the MFer in charge here. I called this 8 months ago. I'm telling you where this thing's going. I have zero doubts. I need to step up my confidence on this. Here we are still, we're still not oversold. It's at 25.9, and they're still selling. I believe we're going to fall right through the 200 EMA, and we're going to go towards that green support trend line. That's the seller's main target right now. They are going to nail this thing. They are going to sell it. They're going to drive the value down. And there's something I want to show you, the head games that the market's going to play with you, especially over the weekend. And that's going to be in the daily chart. So let's take a look at the daily chart. US dollar daily chart. Let's just take a look here. You'll notice that yellow horizontal line again. On Friday, sellers took it below that support line. And like I said before, they're going to drive this price down. Here's the stochastics, and I drew a black horizontal support line from earlier in the month in August. That was the last oversold level. We came back to retest the 20 EMA again. The price could not get above it, could not find support. This is part of the process. The sellers are confident. They know where they want to take this. The stochastics are showing us that there is plenty of room for more selling, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And now let's take a look at this head game. Okay, the head game includes, the market is not your friend. It is going to try to screw with your psychology. It is going to try and screw with your head as much as possible. I just talked about DO having that double bottom, and that's something you expect at the bottom of a trend. So you might be looking at this if you're new to this game, and you're going to go, oh, well, that looks like a double bottom. The stochastics are not oversold. And what the market is trying to show you right here, it wants to fool you. You can see that the selling went below earlier in August at oversold level, and then buyers stepped in at the end of the day. So where you're sitting here over a long weekend, and you might be thinking, well, maybe this is a double bottom. No, the stochastics are not oversold. It's trying to screw with your head. That is not a support area yet. We're not oversold. Man, Monday is going to be nice. I know Monday is going to be nice. I just can't wait. Hell, here it comes. From the very beginning, guys, I've told you to keep the big picture in mind. It is the most important thing you need to do. If you're concerned about Friday's move or just Thursday's move, you're losing it. You're looking at the corner of an 8.5 sheet of paper and trying to guess what the world looks like. Open it up, man. Take the longest view you can. Find that support. And remember, I hope to God that you're catching the bug. I hope to God this is new information that drives you to do something different and improves your life. But this isn't the most important thing. You're not going to find the answers in this video. I finally accomplished a shorter video so I can finally get work done around the house. I'm happy about it. Even though this is the shortest video, I think it is the most important. Let's keep our minds where it's supposed to be with the family, friends, and that's what's most important. So I'm hoping you find some information here, but let's remember there are more important things than what we're going to see in these videos. But I do hope you're enjoying yourself. Till next week. Next week's going to be big.